God, I hope it's working. I will wait a moment. Y'all know I've been struggle streaming on this trip. So I'm trying back again with the iPad so I can see comments, hopefully. It looks like people are joining. I'll just wait a minute and make sure you guys can hear and see. I'll just go ahead and do my introduction. I know sometimes we have people who want to watch anonymously, which is absolutely fine. Um, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Usually I welcome you into my struggle cooking class, but clearly I am not in the kitchen. I am in yet another hotel, bringing you guys, I don't know, tales from my travel. Travel should be over and I should be home by now. I know today's Monday, I should have been at work, but I am stuck in Frankfurt, Germany, 48 hours after my trip ended because of, I don't know, what are you all calling it? The summer 2022 travel melodrama. It's just a lot. But we'll get into it once I'm sure everybody can hear and see. But if you're new here, welcome. Usually, what I do is I stream every day what I'm cooking. I am not a professional chef. I am a boy mom times two. I have two teenagers. One of them is with me, the other one is with dad. I like to alternate the boys when I travel. It's just too much for me to have the both of them. But I have been on a health and wellness journey. Not on this vacation, I'm eating everything. But I have always struggled with weight. And in my 40s now, I'm 46, I finally found what works for me. And usually that is eating a sugar free, dairy free, and gluten free diet. Except for when I'm on vacation. I have been touring Central Europe with eftours. I've traveled with them. This is number 4. Let's see. Been to Paris, been to South Africa, been to Costa Rica, and this tour was Switzerland and Italy. Originally, we were supposed to go to China, but the trip has been postponed twice, and the destination had to be changed because of all the reasons you all know. Travel has started and stopped, and unfortunately, China was not issuing visas, so we could not go. So at the last minute, our group leaders decided to bring us to Switzerland and Italy. Flew from Atlanta to Switzerland. We spent a couple days there, went to Zurich and Lucerne, and I did a couple live streams, a couple struggle streams actually from Switzerland. Not all the hotels had great Wi-Fi. Not all of them had good lighting, good signal. It was pretty bad. Then after that, we went to Italy. So we are making our way from Central Europe, Switzerland, down to Italy, which you know is a peninsula. So we started in the north. We were in Venice and spent a couple days there, and then went to Central Italy. Spent a couple days there, Tuscany and Pisa region, and then the trip was supposed to end in Rome, which is at the south of Italy. So did a couple days there, did live streams along the way, tried to answer you guys' questions. And then when we were supposed to leave, dun dun dun, kind of disaster. So I'm not seeing any comments here. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear and see me. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything, so that's fine. I don't know if anybody wants to hop in or inbox me privately that sound and video are good, because you guys know it's been a lot. It's been a whole lot. So it is 8:05 p.m. I am in Frankfurt, Germany. I know in Atlanta or East Coast, it's still, I'm 6 hours ahead of you all, so I know it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I know you guys are working and everybody's busy. But I wanted to go ahead and stream a little bit earlier. We are supposed to try again tomorrow and fly out. Unfortunately, they had to reroute us. The original trip home was 3 parts. It was Rome to Frankfurt, Germany, then from Frankfurt, Germany to Washington, D.C., and then from Washington, D.C. to Atlanta. So it was a 3-part flight. Of course, in my mind, everything should just be direct one way, but we booked everything with the travel company, and they put us together with students and teachers from other schools, and so they select the airlines and the flights. So we got on the first flight from Rome to Frankfurt, and that took off on time, no problem. It was like a 7 a.m. flight. And now, with everything going on, they've asked us to come to the airport 4 hours ahead of time. Usually it's 2 hours for international, but now it's 4. So that was a lot. So I think like at 3:30 in the morning, we were there. Made it to Frankfurt, had a little bit of time to deplane and refresh, and made our way to the next gate. And we boarded the plane and sat down. The kids got their touch screens already. They passed out the headphones. They started doing the announcements, safety, all of that. And then we sat there. Now, mind you, because I had been up since 3 a.m. that morning, literally as soon as my bottom hit the seat, I was kind of out. So, I was kind of in that twilight sleep where you're awake but not really, asleep but not really. I've heard the safety announcements over and over. So it was kind of like, okay, I'll feel it when it takes off. So I kind of was dozing and I didn't feel anything take off. Excuse me. But or if you don't know, international planes that travel international are much larger than your regular plane. Sometimes they're even 2 levels. So well over 300, if I'm guessing, I don't know, 300, 350 people on this plane, maybe more. And the flight was with Lufthansa, which is a partner of United Airlines. So we used United when we were flying in the States. And the pilot came over the loudspeaker to inform us that there was a problem. Now, because this is a German airline, all of the announcements at first are in, their language, as it, should be, and then they translate into English. And so I'm hearing this announcement in a language I don't understand, but I'm waiting. So when they finish the announcement, the pilot says, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I have a bit of bad news for you. And I was like, oh no, another delay. What's going on? Because remember, this is flight number 2 of 3. This is the one that's supposed to get us back across the pond to D.C., and then we still have to catch another flight home. Well, when he said that he had a bit of bad news for us, he said that the either alternate brake system or backup brake system did not pass inspection. I don't know anything about airplanes. I know I have a son who wants to be a pilot, but usually I just book my ticket, get on, and go. But apparently they have, inspections that they do before the planes take off. And, all I know is that, we're getting settled. Sometimes you can look out the window and see them loading the luggage. I don't know what's going on back there. That's not my job. That is not my expertise. But apparently, there are primary brakes and then there are backup brakes or alternate brakes. Obviously, you want everything to be working. And, whoever the engineer was or whoever was on the ground doing the inspection said that, they weren't up to par and they didn't want to risk it. So unfortunately, they would be canceling the flight. Now, we have all boarded this plane. All 300 and something of us are on this plane. Everybody's ready to go to wherever their destination is. And you can just see and feel and hear the collective sigh. So we're just like, okay, unbuckle, take the earphones off, open the overhead compartment, get your, bags, and, just start undoing what you just did. Now, I didn't realize we had been on the tarmac for as long as we had, because remember I said that we were up that morning around 3 a.m. and it was such an early start for me, I fell asleep. And so I had no idea what was happening or that we had been sitting there for a couple of hours. So you could just tell the mood. Everybody was already starting to get in a bad mood. But we exited the plane. This is when, in my opinion, it kind of went from bad to worse, and I'm not blaming anybody. These things happen, in transparency. I have flown 3 times this summer, 2 internationally and 1 domestically. All 3 of them have had some type of delay or cancellation or rebooking. It's incredibly frustrating, and there's so much talk about why, but I've heard, I guess it just boils down to, when the pandemic happened and a lot of people either left or retired or were let go, now the floodgates are open. Everybody's dropping cell phones. Everybody's ready to travel again. And unfortunately, the airlines are, accepting reservations, but they may not have, everything in place to do it smoothly if something were to happen. Now, if everything is A-okay, happy path, then that's great. Well, the way this Frankfurt airport is and the way that we had to get onto the plane was we had to exit the actual airport. And you know how usually when you go through your gate, you go down the jetway, which is wheeled up to and connected to the airplane. You walk down the jetway and literally you just step onto the plane. Well, this was different. Where our gate was at the Frankfurt airport actually took us outside and down the steps onto the tarmac, and we boarded a bus. You may have had this experience before. And we boarded like a little 2-part bus, with our carry-ons and everything. Speaking of carry-ons. And it actually took us on the ground about a 5-minute drive to where the actual plane is. I've lost my bearings. I don't know where one is from the other, but excuse me, we had to bus from the gate to the plane. So now when we're deplaning, we have to exit the plane, go down the steps of the plane, onto the ground, and wait for the bus to come back to pick us up. Actually, they did tell us to sit tight on the plane until the buses had arrived. So then when the bus arrives and it takes us back to the airport, we are now entering the airport not as people who just left and have passed through security, but like we're coming into Germany for the first time. We had to go through security. So any liquids or duty-free liquor or anything that you had bought, you lost because it was over the 3 ounces, even though you had it after you had already cleared security. Several of us got pulled aside for extra security for the pat down. Okay, that's fine. And then we had to go through customs. So we had to go through and show our passports again to get stamped, just like we are entering their country. I really hope you guys are able to hear and see, because I don't see any comments and I'm getting nervous. So I hope everything is okay. If somebody wants to let me know, I'm just going to continue. So this is where the wait begins. Hey, Sherry, baby. Thank you so much. Yes, airport adventures. Okay, so we're good. So we've gotten off the plane. We've waited for the bus. We've gotten brought back to the airport. We've had to go through security again. Take everything out of your bag, laptops out, go through the scanner. If you flag anything, get pulled to the side. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Leanne. And thank you, Jessica. I'm so glad you guys are here. Tracy, let me know if you're watching because I picked up something I wanted to taste that you recommended. Okay. So now we're inside the airport, but it's not just us. I'm traveling with a group of about 8. There were 40 of us on the whole trip, but people came from different locations, and so the travel company booked everybody, from where they live back to where they live. So I was with, the Atlanta group, and the plane, which makes sense, they're not going to fly internationally until they, pretty much have a full plane. So again, I'm guessing, but I would say anywhere between 300 and 400 people. So let's just say 350 people exited that plane and are all now scrambling to figure out what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to get home? So it's not just me who's stranded, it's like 350 of me. So our group leader is in line on the phone with the tour company. Eftours says, we have trip insurance and all of that is reimbursed if you have to pay anything out of pocket, but they want you to work with the airlines first because you're on the ground. If the airline canceled the flight, then the airline should take care of, rebooking you. Whether you agree with that or not, bottom line, you're waiting and waiting and waiting for hours. People are not in the best mood. Traveling with kids, the kids start to get hangry. And so if you guys saw the pictures, and I did post, I'll post it again since you guys are here, but I did post some pictures if you guys have been following along so you can see the craziness that's been happening. I'm going to drop the link again here and we'll go through a little bit of what I'm eating and what's been happening here. Let me just drop this here. All right, so I pulled Alex out of line. We're back in the airport and of course there's everything there, and he was hungry as per usual. And so I told, the group, hey, some people stepped out of line. We all have our cell phones. I said, I'm going to go over to this pizza place. Alex ordered a pizza. I ordered a burger. It was actually pretty tasty. You guys will see the pictures there. But unfortunately, I just wasn't in the frame of mind to really enjoy a meal, right? Because I don't know what's going to happen. Yesterday was Sunday, and so Sunday was supposed to be the travel day, get home, get settled, so that Monday morning, Alex is back to camp, I'm back to work, like life is just supposed to, pick up where we left off. So our group leader stayed in line. Honestly, y'all, it was about 4 hours. I didn't realize it. I went to eat, and then we found some open seating. I know we don't like the kids and their devices, but if they can get on Wi-Fi and have a power source, at least it soothes them for a while. I know I hate it too. But again, because we have been traveling, and then this week of travel was pretty, a pretty intense itinerary. So once I sat still, it wasn't long before, I was starting to nod off. And I was just checking in on the phone. Hey, are you guys still in line? Any update? And they're like, no, just keep your phones, keep your passports, we'll let you know. So now the clock is ticking. I can't even remember what time it was, but it was midday. And, my fear is always the longer this takes to figure out where we go from here, the more flights that are leaving, the less chance you have to get booked on something to actually go out that day. And if there's no way for you to get out that day, then what happens, right? Oh, man. So unfortunately, clearly I'm still here. I'll say the worst happened, but we're fine. So when our group leader Finally got to the front of the line of 300 people. She texted us. She said, come back to the front of the line. I finally made it. Bring your passports. And so, I grab Alex, grab our stuff. Let's go. And we were all wearing the same colored matching shirts on departure day and arrival day, just so we could keep eyes on everybody in the airport. So we had our green travel shirts on. We all go up to the Lufthansa counter. And, this sweet lady was trying to help us. And basically, we wanted to know, when can we leave? What are our options? Now, we didn't know this, but as soon as the flight was canceled, Lufthansa went ahead and rebooked us, but we didn't know. And so she told us that the next available flight was Tuesday at whatever it is, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Now, she's telling us this on Sunday. Hi, main one. Thank you so much for being here. It is Sunday afternoon, evening. We waited on the tarmac for 2 hours. We waited in line for 4 hours. And now you're telling us every flight back to the U.S. is fully booked. The next available flight is Tuesday. So, of course, I'm thinking, Tuesday, I gotta work. My kids gotta go to school. I can't stay here for 2 more days. All this is happening in my mind. For some other people, all of that was coming out. It was like the scene from one of those, travel shows. You feel bad, for the customer service, rebooking people, but she scanned everything. We asked, is there a direct flight from Frankfurt to Atlanta? There is, on Wednesday of next week. So we said, well, we don't want to do that. Is there a way that we can fly out sooner if we don't all fly together as a group of 8? What if you can do 4 and 4 on separate flights? Nothing was available. And, like I said, you guys, this is my 3rd time flying this summer. Every time, whether it's international or domestic, there's been a cancellation, there's been a rebooking. So it was incredibly stressful. And it's kind of that thing where you just kind of get worked up until you realize there's nothing you can do. And you almost just like, there's nothing I can do. What are you going to do? So then we started to get into, okay, so what happens next mode? And so she told us that Lufthansa would give us hotel vouchers. And she gave us directions how to get to the hotel. It was basically go down the escalator. There's a train that runs underneath the airport, kind of like we have MARTA in Atlanta. And the hotel was one stop over, so we didn't have to taxi. I was listening to other people in line. You all know the service counter with the glass, and there's all these attendants there. We're at one counter, all 8 of us. Hi, Wilbur. It's so glad to see you. Hello, hello. And you can hear other people kind of starting to lose it. I've got to go to work. What am I supposed to do? What do you mean there's no flight? I didn't cancel my flight. So all this is happening around you, and you're just kind of like, like you don't want to make a bad situation worse. So you're just listening. Hello, Erin Laura. Thank you so much for being here. You're just listening and trying to take it all in. I heard, one man down here basically saying, I have no clothes. What am I supposed to do? And the Lufthansa lady was telling him you can go to Lost and Found, and they have these travel kits with like a t-shirt and a bottom. I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. I also had nothing on me because I just had a backpack. When I was checking in, I planned to have one luggage checked and then one carry-on. And I remember when I put my bag on the counter, she said, oh, if you want, we can check your carry-on for free. And I had that split second where I was like, I probably should keep it with me, just in case. But I was like, 3 different airports, 3 different changes. It sure would be nice to travel light. So Maggie was at the little convenience store today buying some supplies because I have nothing, but our insurance will reimburse us for that. So yeah, so basically, she told us that we would have hotel voucher for 2 nights. The hotel included breakfast and dinner. So unless we didn't want that food or wanted to buy lunch, meals were included. The voucher included the train to the hotel from the airport, so we wouldn't have to taxi or pay for that. Um, and then our next flight would be Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So if anybody believes in prayer, please pray that we can get out of here. But no, we're all healthy and well. Um, we would be flying out Tuesday morning. Unfortunately, though, this time we're not going to be flying from Frankfurt to Washington, D.C. 8 hours. We're going to fly from Frankfurt to Denver, Colorado. 10 hours. So, for anybody who doesn't know that geography, Colorado is way past Atlanta. So, we have to pass where I live to double back and then fly another 2 hours home. But at least we'll be on our way because, yeah, I know, Sherry, baby, I know. I feel exactly the same way. I was going to drink some of this water. So, this is interesting. Carrot Naturel. I've never heard of this. Um, but so while things were kind of melting down at the Lufthansa counter, and you could tell the poor service people were just trying, to keep it together. You had kids that were hangry, you had moms that were crying, babies were crying, dads were about to lose it, times 300, right? I've never drank water out of something like this. So the Lufthansa people, and Lufthansa, in case anybody doesn't know, is the German, I guess, national airline. So in Atlanta, we have Delta. I don't know where United home base is, but Lufthansa is the airline that we were flying. They wheeled out, and I think you guys saw it yesterday if you look on my community tab, or it may be, let me go ahead and pull up the pictures now. I did drop the link. If you guys scroll up, you'll see the photos there. I haven't scrubbed them or anything, but you'll see a picture that looks like this, where if you see this huge, like, utility cart, Sherry baby has flown with crying babies. I know. I remember traveling when the boys were young, and that's a big part of the reason why I moved back down to, well, I was married at the time. We moved back down to Atlanta. Both of the boys were born in Virginia, and just getting back and forth to visit, for holidays, it's a lot. But Lufthansa brought this out. So this is a utility cart with, these are the waters, and then all kinds of snacks just to try and soothe. And so you guys can see, I don't know if you can see here. Let me see if I can bring it up. If you guys have the link, you can see all these people in the line, and you see the little security tape or whatever it is. We were snaked through because we were on a full flight. It was fully booked from Frankfurt to DC. So international flights, what is that, like 350 people? Flight canceled while we were on the plane, on the tarmac. So we all had to get off. Excuse me. So everybody's in line waiting. So whether I'm greedy or not, I made a little snack basket. So you can see here, if you see in the pictures, this is like one of the empty boxes as people were getting the snacks. And they had this thing right here. I don't know, I'm sure there's still somewhere, but this is like a little thing, a trail mix. And then they had some Twix. Y'all know what Twix are. These are juice boxes. So we had juice boxes and then this water. And I think there's some beef jerky in there. But basically, I just grabbed one of everything and put them in this little box because at this point, they're telling me that we're not flying out for at least 48 more hours. And I don't know what is going to happen. Okay. So after that, we got ourselves together. We basically did a collective sigh. And if anybody has any questions, feel free. This one is not food related. There's no recipes. I'll tell you what we're eating. But, I just figured I'd chat with you all since I got nothing else to do. So here's what's interesting to me. One moment, please. Hold on. I told Alex I was live streaming, y'all. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. Sherry, baby. Okay. So here's the interesting thing. So we got ourselves together, basically let out one collective sigh, because it's like, what are you going to do of the situation? You basically are at the mercy of, circumstances. So we all got ourselves together and we're in a different airport in a different country. Nobody knows where anything is. The signs are in a different line. People for directions. I mean, we're trying to make the most of it. So we had to go down, the one, find that long escalator, go all the way down and find the train. So it's basically underneath the Frankfurt airport. We figure out where we're supposed to go. We're looking at on our new boarding passes where we're supposed to go. So we're trying to figure all this out with kids and whatnot. So we find where we're supposed to go. We wait for the train. It arrives. We go over one stop. All this is underground. We get off on our stop and then we down level. And when we took the escalator up to ground level, we arrived. To me, it looks like a beautiful office park. Let me see if I can show you guys so you can see, and you'll see these pictures in the photo album. I don't know if y'all can see here. It's just like a block of like four hotels all like together with like a courtyard and one of them is the Best Western. One of them is the Moxie by Marriott. One of them is, I don't know, I'm looking out the window, but they have all these different, and so when we come inside, it was like engineering machine kicked in. And clearly, I don't know if they have a partnership with Lufthansa or Lufthansa owns this airport. As soon as we came in, the young man at the front, he could kind of like, just hand me your vouchers. So we gave him our vouchers and we started to explain everything that taken care of. He handed us our room keys. He told us what to. He said dinner is from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. This, and he's just explaining. Now I am exhausted because not only had I been already flew from Rome, and then what happened in Frankfurt, and the stress of it all, I'm kind of partially hearing, but we got our room keys and we came to our room. And if you guys see I used one of the pictures of the hotel for the thumbnail for this video. It's a really, in my opinion, young and hip, trendy, kind of funky hotel. They got music playing. I was just like, just give me somewhere to lay my head because I was afraid, like what's happening? But came to the room and crashed. We lay down. I had set an alarm. I knew dinner was from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. I said I will go at the very end. It's gone, but I was able to get a plate. Happiness with no carbs. You guys let me know if it's any better. Again, I'll type in the chat. So, let's see. What did we eat? So last numbers for you all. Sherry Baby says it's skipping. Okay. I'm going to see if I log in on phone. We'll go back to old school. I tell you, one of these days, continue, because I'm worried that if I mess up anything, and I don't want it to get worse, but I'll try here. All right, I'm gonna just ask you guys now. Still skipping? All right. Let's see, I'll wait and see what. Thumbs up? Thumbs down? On my end, it looks really good, so I will just, if it broke, don't fix it. Oh, I do see it skipping a little bit now. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, so I've switched over to my phone. Let me see if I can. All right, I'm going to wait and see. How's it going now? And I hear a little bit of an echo, but you guys tell me. All right, I just put a question in there. You guys can let me know if it's any better. What I'm doing now is working perfect? Okay, good. I'm telling you. Thank you so much. And I hear a little bit of an echo, but all right. If you guys say it's perfect, I'll leave it. Let me try one last thing. Let's see if I can turn this down. Okay. I still hear an echo. But if you guys say it's perfect, then I'll just leave it. All right. So let's talk about food. Thank you. Happiness with no carbs. You know what? I mean, I did put a survey out about this. I didn't know if anybody wanted to hear. But you guys know that I had scheduled the, what is it called? The series, the 10-part series, because I thought I would be back by now and in the kitchen for you. And clearly I'm not. So I want to make sure that I give you guys some content. Sorry it's not food related, but let's see what food related stuff we can talk about. All right. So, like I was saying, the German engineering kicked in. So they have a meal buffet area set up. And last night, most of the food was gone by the time I got there, which was fine. If you guys see a picture like this, they had rice and meatballs. All that was left was the rice. I had a couple of rolls, and then I think that was some type of cream of vegetable soup, bottled water, tea, juice, some chips, and a little dessert bar. So that was nice. They had a sign up that said, Lufthansa layover. So they had clear instructions for any of us who were stuck. And they were very helpful. You can see here, it says Lufthansa layover. You get one serving and a drink plus a sweet or salty snack. So you can book this hotel if you want to, just to stay here, on your own. But it seems to me that just about everybody here, because they're kind of coming in waves, so you can tell whenever a flight is canceled or delayed, the same disgruntled group of people that look like what we looked like yesterday, come in and they're just disheveled and tired. And then, they're kind of put into, the little machine that they have going on here. And now I'm just looking at them. I'm like, you guys will be okay. I mean, in all seriousness, we all do want to get home, but I'm very thankful, that there is a plan. So that was last night. So I woke up just in time to get a little something, and then came back and crashed again. Aaron Laura says, "Look at these angry Americans. That's so funny." Well, you know, one moment. I heard multiple accents yesterday when our plane was canceled. I mean, this was a flight that was going from Frankfurt to Washington, D.C. So it could be anybody. It could be German business people, it could be American business people, it could be American travelers, it could be anybody. Um, but yes, people were frustrated. I mean, traveling is already stressful, and then when something like that happens on top of it, it's kind of like, so, I understand, but, you keep it together as best you can because it's not the people who are trying to help you. It's not anybody's fault. I don't know if there's anybody to blame. I mean, if there's a mechanical issue and the parts aren't working, maybe they should have had spare parts. Y'all know I don't know, but we're happy and we're healthy and we are well. So this morning, woke up, took a shower, with what I had. I mean, obviously we have shower supplies here, but with no luggage, you kind of work things around to make, the best of what you can. If you were wearing 2 layers before, maybe you wear one, or you do a, you know, sink wash and blow dry. You all know, I mean, struggle. Today I did go to the little store. I did go to the little store next door and just get, a few basic supplies because I did ask at the hotel when we arrived if they had anything, any little travel kits, toothbrush, anything. And he said, unfortunately, no. Last month alone, they had over 4,000 cancellations. And so they've gone through everything. They didn't have anything to give us. And I was just like, oh. But, everything that I have to buy is reimbursable from the travel company and the insurance. So I'm just taking pictures of all of my receipts. All right, let's see. So this morning, woke up, took a shower, went down to breakfast. It was really nice. Let's see. You guys have the pictures there. I'm just swiping through. So it was kind of a hot breakfast. They did have some croissants, some eggs, some sausage, a couple hash browns. I did get some yogurt. I didn't eat my yogurt, some cereal. Y'all know I just get a little of everything to taste for research purposes. A little juice. And yeah, so they had like a nice little walkthrough this morning. You could help yourself. It's just set up really neatly. Toast, tea, anything that you could want. There's a nice little gaming area. The kids are playing foosball. There's a lot of lounge space, so I'm just kind of sitting around. The tour that we've been on was very intense. 4 different hotels, 4 different cities, a lot of, get up and go. So honestly, it was really nice to just stay still. Some of the people that are stranded with us decided to go into Frankfurt, whether they wanted to sightsee or buy souvenirs or buy supplies. I absolutely did not. I said, if it's not here, then I don't need it. Um, let's see what else. Went to the little grocery store, which I would say, in this little compound of hotels that I mentioned, there's an Italian restaurant, there's like a German restaurant, And there's something that's probably like an Aldi type of store, like smaller grocery store that's got some supplies in there. So I went in, and I don't know if Tracy is with us, but she mentioned something and I wanted to try it with you all. So you all know that I went to Switzerland, and one of the chocolates that Tracy recommended is this brand called Frey. And I asked around, and it was very hard to find because they only sell it in grocery stores. I didn't see it in any of the convenience stores. But luckily, here in Germany, I got the Frayed Chocolate. So we're going to unbox and I'm going to eat and let you guys know what I think. I do love chocolate, and usually I don't get to eat the good stuff, but I'm still on vacation because I haven't made it home yet. So I did buy two. Actually, I bought three different kinds. One is in that bag, but I remember Tracy said, I think on my first struggle stream, to get the milk chocolate in the blue package. So you see, I got the milk and I got the dark. Ooh, Erin Laura already knows. She says it tastes like a Toblerone. So let's see. Let me know if anybody else has had this Frayed chocolate. I've never heard of it, but it says #1 Swiss right here. So interestingly enough, let's see. So I'm opening it up on the side. Gosh, how long has it been since I've had a candy bar? All right. So we got a nice aluminum foil sleeve. Y'all, this is so crazy. Usually I'm doing some kind of plating for you. All right, so let's open this up. Sherry baby, which one would you like, the milk or the dark? All right, so we're gonna open this up. I wish y'all were here. I would share it with you. All right, so I'm opening it up. I got some chocolate lovers there. Y'all know I'm trying to be all delicate opening this for you. If it were just me, I would have ripped it. Sherry baby says you get down with both dark chocolate and red wine. Come on. Milk chocolate and coffee or cocoa. Maybe I'll save some for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just peeling this open. Now, all right, so you can see, are these letters? Okay, no, they're not letters. Oh, it's already soft in my hand. So you can see it's a chocolate bar and it's got these little indentions or whatever in there. So I guess they're for breaking. And then if you can see on the back, what's inside this? This is all they had. So this is milk, and it looks like one of those little Rice Krispies or something. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I can't read this package. It says Milk Mahoney, not English. Let me turn the other side. Not English. Let me turn the back side. None of it's English. Best selling chocolate brand in Switzerland. That's all I got. But y'all, none of this is English. So, just gonna do the taste test. Mmm. And you know who always pops up when it's time to eat? You're not getting any.
I'm not.
Nope.
I'll eat this chocolate over here. This blended chocolate.
It's very good. Very smooth and creamy. See what I mean? See what I mean? Mmm. 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 Y'all. Good. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna finish and I'm gonna tell you guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Putting it back up. 2 pieces is enough. Woo. All right. 10 out of 10. We got one for his dad, and he's opening it. Okay. So if you guys can see here on the package, there's an almond. Let me see. I'm trying to hold it, y'all. There's an almond. I don't know if you can see that it's like a honeycomb and then a glass of milk. Didi says, do the Maggie dance. I'm not standing up. I need to be standing up to give you guys the Maggie roll. When you bite into this chocolate, just like the Swiss chocolate and the German chocolate, you know, one of the things I said, like when I was talking about Italian food, the quality is so good, a little goes a long way. That could be the pizza, that could be the coffee, that could be the fruit, that could be the chocolate. Oftentimes in American food, even packaged foods, they add a lot of extra stuff into it. So when I bite into a Hershey's, like it just melts and disintegrates right away. Nothing wrong with Hershey's, we all eat it. But this chocolate, you could tell, it took me a while to like break it down. Just a little piece of the sections of these. And I don't know if it's the milk or the cream or whatever they use, but you can tell that it's real chocolate, meaning there's no fillers in there. I don't know if you guys know this, but they put a lot of stuff in chocolate that's like wax and different things to kind of give it that structure, but it's not actually chocolate. Yes, Daddy Girl, Swiss chocolate is the best. It is so good. Belgian chocolate too, all in the same part of the world. Didi says, I have been enjoying your traveling adventures. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, I appreciate that. I hope, sweetheart. Y'all know I don't know. And if you don't want me to know, that's fine too. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm struggling here. Wilbur says, foreign candy always tastes better. I love it. Yeah, you know what it is? I think they really treat it like a treat and they don't eat it like we do all the time. Now, there's a huge chocolate selection in the stores, huge beer and wine selection in the stores, but they just seem to have better control maybe than we do. And so a little goes a long way. But yeah, so Tracy, if you're watching or watching the replay, thumbs up on the Frayed Chocolate. And she put that in a comment. So I've been searching for it ever since that, you know, the Swiss are kind of spoiled with such good chocolate. It's all good, y'all. Lindt is big up here, Lindt. You see that in the States. Toblerone is up here, all of that stuff. I think there's some pictures for you guys if you look in the photo album. Lisa, am I struggle streaming again? Oh, no. Is it choppy again? Ebony says you have enjoyed the vacation regardless of the unscheduled layover. Thank you so much for saying that. I really am trying to make the most of it. Um, Even this unexpected extension. Yeah, y'all, I mean, it's hard. I wish I were home. I wish I had my things. But I'm here and I'm going to continue to post and share with you guys what's happening. Sandy, hi Sandy, welcome. Sandy says we don't use sugar like other countries to uses corn syrup. That is true. Now, Sandy, I don't know where you're joining us from, but welcome. Everybody say hi, Sandy. But that's true. If we have any soda drinkers, you know, I remember, y'all know I used to work for Coca-Cola before the pandemic. But I remember my ex-husband used to drink or like Mexican Coke, and he said it was because they use real sugar and not the corn syrup. That high fructose corn syrup allows us to mass produce stuff, but it's just not the same. Lisa says you like saying struggle streaming. It is struggle. I am struggle traveling, struggle streaming, sometimes struggle cooking. Never seem to be struggle eating though. Ooh, Dottie Girl says Belgian chocolate is better. The Swiss and the what are the Belgians? Are they Belgians? Belgian waffle though. Um, but Dottie Girl says Belgian chocolate is better. You can't beat Reese's peanut butter cups. I know. Oh my gosh, how long has it been since I've had a Reese's peanut butter cup? That right there is like my Achilles heel. When we went to Hershey in the Reese's section, forget it. Forget it. Erin Laura says you found Smart Sweets gummies near me. Absolutely. I think is that the chocolate or the hard candy that I had when I was going to do the ice cream bowl for the kids? 3 grams of sugar for the whole bag. You're right. You couldn't pass them up. You got the peach rings. You thought they would taste funny, but they're great. Yes. I can't remember the brand, but I think that's what I got when I did the candy for the boys. Justin cups are kind of good. I'm not familiar with Justin cups. So is that like a Reese's peanut butter cut alternative? Oh, Lisa says they don't use high fructose corn syrup in Europe. It's illegal. That makes complete sense, y'all. I hate to say it, but their standards here are, pretty high. I've shared with you all some of the stuff, even when you eat just the regular fruit, like for example, tomatoes and apples, when you bite into them, they're dense, they're sweet. Um, like I say, they bite back because they allow their food to naturally ripen. In the US, we grow things so quickly to mass produce them. And you guys have probably all had the experience where you bite into an apple or you bite into a tomato and it kind of tastes like styrofoam. It doesn't have that flavor. Once you bite into fruit, if you've traveled to the Caribbean, you know what I'm talking about. Once you bite into fruit that tastes like fruit, you'll know the difference instantly. Hello, hello. Sherry Baby says Justin's peanut butter cups makes chocolate cups. You get them at Sprouts. I think I've seen Justin's. Is that the one in the white package? I think I've seen Justin's before. Sandy says I'm not a milk chocolate lover, but you would eat the dark chocolate version of the peanut butter cups. Sandy, if you want, for research purposes, I'll open this for you. We've got the Frayed dark. Maybe I should save it for.
No, I hear you.
No?
Go ahead.
Oh, you want to share it? I know you want to share it with me because you want some of mine.
No, I don't. You do it not. And
well, Alex has already eaten.
I had one piece, y'all. One piece.
Do you want some of my chocolate?
I want some of the milk chocolate.
So let me try it. How was the dark chocolate?
It was pristine.
You never say pristine. Wilbur says don't be using Sandy for research purposes. You know you want to eat it. Wilbur calling me out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. So we'll save this for your dad since this was supposed to be for him. Wilbur is calling me out, y'all. So we've got the dark chocolate and we've got the milk chocolate. So you can already tell. And in case anybody doesn't know, dark chocolate has less milk and more cocoa. And obviously milk chocolate has more milk. That's what makes it softer and creamier. So the one that I just tasted was the Frey milk chocolate. Put your hand back. Yeah. You see that? Lisa, using all them big words now before you have nothing to say. I'm telling y'all, this will be the last time. The last time. Sandy says, you agree, Wilbur. You're my enabler. Oh my gosh, y'all are so... Okay, I'm just going to show this up. Y'all, I'm trying to teach, right? So, in case anybody doesn't know, so you can see here, hopefully you can see here, this is milk chocolate. You can see it's lighter in color. So you can see the milk chocolate. You can see this one is lighter in color, and if you were to feel it, it would be softer to the touch. It's going to be creamier and smoother when you eat it. This is what most people are used to when you say chocolate. However, I have actually heard that dark chocolate has health benefits. I am not a doctor, but I've heard that a little bit of dark chocolate is good. So if not for research purposes, Wilbert, can I say for health reasons? So I am going to break off a couple of this. The dark chocolate is going to be darker in color. It's going to be firmer, and it's going to be less sweet, more bitter. Oh, wow. I didn't mean to get a big piece. Back up off the bed. No, you break off a piece of it. Off the bed. Off the bed. I don't need this big of a piece, but let's try the dark chocolate. Oh, it's harder to bite with my teeth. Oh. Oh my god. Woo! Ooh. Ooh. Mm. Now. Mm. It's an experience, y'all. It just kind of washes over me. Very good. Sandy says she's jealous. Erin Laura's here for the dancing. No. Ooh, if I had a glass of wine, I'm going to go with my paper water from the Lufthansa layover gate.
Delicious.
Thank you, Tracy. It's really, really good. Now, I will tell you this. Just like goat's cheese, sit down. You're not getting any more. Sit down. You can have you can have your dark chocolate back.
No.
Get off the bed.
I'm not on the bed.
Yes, I am trapped in an airport hotel, but here's the thing, as per always, I always say when I'm going to live stream, make sure that there's a plan, and then I am so rudely interrupted. But anyway, let's box this up. Okay, that's for your dad. Here's your dark chocolate back since you wanted to eat it. And I'm going to box up the milk chocolate. But in all seriousness, if you're not used to dark chocolate, it is an acquired taste. The first time you're going to be like, ugh, if you're not expecting dark chocolate. If you're expecting that soft, creamy sweet, it's going to be harder. It's going to be bitter, but it does pair really well with a good red wine. Also, a great way to introduce dark chocolate if you're a coffee drinker. I remember when I was in France, I was served coffee and it had a little bitty square, like a little bitty square of chocolate. It was actually from Ghana. Take a bite of the chocolate, let it softly, kind of rest on your tongue and start to melt, and then take a sip of either your wine or your coffee. The flavor combination together to me is amazing. But dark chocolate is great. You can shave it as a garnish on desserts. I think paired with fruit really well, like chocolate covered strawberries, milk chocolate, you guys know, cookies, all kind of stuff like that. But dark chocolate is less sweet, so if you're trying to avoid sugar, like I usually do, it's a great option. Erin Laura says it's not wine, but it's in a fancy silver carton. Good enough. Yeah, in case anybody missed it. And I did drop the pictures. I know we had a couple people join. Let me put the link in here again, y'all. When we were at the airport counter, when our flight, look at me, I'm talking through the water bottle. When our flight was canceled, they wheeled out this cart of water and snacks and just whatever they could give to us because people were starting to lose it. Yeah, Sherry Baby gets the Lindt dark chocolate. Lindt is all over here. The Swiss are really good at chocolate. The Belgian chocolate, I've had it. To me, the Belgian chocolate is more like Godiva or like really, really fine, exquisite, almost like luxury chocolate. The Swiss chocolate to me is a great, I don't want to say everyday chocolate, but a more like a chocolate that you would find in your grocery stores. Really good quality, more accessible, if you will. Both very, very good. Hi, Ane. Thank you for being here. Let me scroll through the pictures. I think we ended at breakfast this morning, and we'll see if there's anything else of note. I didn't scrub the pictures, so I just gave you guys everything. Hi, A. Jackson. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys hearing. But in a nutshell, we were supposed to travel home. Today is Sunday. Our flight was canceled. No, yesterday was Sunday. Our flight was canceled, and they told us the next flight out was Tuesday. So in case anybody is joining late, I am in Frankfurt, Germany. Clearly, I'm doing fine. I am in an airport hotel, and it's been taken care of by Lufthansa. They have put us up at a Moxie hotel. I've never been in a Moxie, but it's part of the Marriott family. It includes breakfast and dinner, and it's a pretty cool, swanky hotel. You guys can see from the pictures. Oh, Erin says you like the way. Oh, those utensils in the envelope. I think what you're talking about is this. This came from, if it's the bistro, this is the airport restaurant where Alex and I went to eat. So I did get a burger. It was really good, but I was just stressed out. But it was the first burger that I've had in a while coming from Italy. But we were on the plane getting ready to take off, waited for 2 hours, and then the pilot came on and said that the brakes had failed and they were going to have to cancel the flight. So all 300 and something of us had to get off the plane we were just on, go back to the airport, go back through security, lose anything that we had bought, like liquor or whatever, once you pass security, go back through customs, show your passport, get it stamped, and then get in a 4 hour line to see how we could get back home and get rebooked. So, since I'm traveling with clearly a kid who's always hungry, our group leader stayed in the line and I was able to go get him something to eat. But that is a good presentation. This would be a good. I'm always interested in like, what is it called? Like when you set the table, serveware. So this is a nice way to have them. You could do that with a napkin and kind of fold it like envelope style. A Jackson says that's good. They provided that. The whole airline cancellation thing is a worldwide problem. Thank you for saying that, A Jackson. But yes, I mean, if you guys have been with me for a while, I went to Costa Rica for spring break. That was in April. We had massive flight delays and ended up missing a flight or cancel flight. Something happened. It was horrible. They had to put us up in a hotel. Um, when I went to Salt Lake City in June, my flight was canceled. I was put on the red eye, the next flight, overnight red eye, but they did bump me to first class. And then this flight, so two international and one domestic. And, I'm hearing that so many people are going to be in trouble over it. I don't know if there's one answer to point to, but basically, with the pandemic, so many people either were let go or retired or whatever happened. Now that the floodgates are open and we're all starting to travel again, they can't keep up, and it's showing. But yeah, thank you for sharing that. I'm hearing people call it summer 2022 travel melodrama, right? But I wanted to do this live stream a little bit early. It's like 9 p.m. Frankfurt time. So, I want to get in the shower. I did buy some little PJs from the grocery store. Save all my receipts. We do have the trip insurance, so they'll take care of anything I had to spend. And, get a toothbrush and stuff like that because it's a lot. But we are healthy and well. But what were we talking about before then? I wanted to say, oh, yeah, like this fancy, instead of water bottle, um, Europe, we talked about how they're, do I want to say, further in ahead with their ingredients and whatnot. They don't use high fructose corn syrup. They're very serious about the environment. And whether you believe in that or not, it doesn't really matter. When you're visiting somebody else's country, you basically follow their rules. So instead of a plastic water bottle, they gave us water in this, like, carton. So I'm drinking my water. When we went to the grocery store to get supplies, because there's a little grocery store in this compound, Alex was checking out at the register and they didn't have bags. So you basically like bring your own bags. There's some stores in the States like Aldi's that they'll ask you if you want a bag, maybe charge you, 10, 15, 20 cents for a bag. There are no bags here. So it's like, oh, shoot, do I need to take a little empty backpack with me? Another thing that I've noticed when you go to dine, they usually have like real serveware, like real fork, knife, and spoon. Even the coffee is in like proper like coffee cups, and they wash it and reuse it. But if they do have takeaway service, it's usually some type of bamboo. They really are avoiding plastic, single use plastics. So the takeaway serveware, I think I had a picture of it in one of my albums. You'll see it's in some type of sustainable material. Um, let's see. And then dinner tonight. Yeah, yeah, no, I didn't go to Italy to eat a burger. This is the first burger that I've had. I've had gelato and pizza and lasagna and ravioli and spaghetti. I've had all of that. But this burger was in the Frankfurt airport. So I had a burger in Germany. Um, but yeah, they do have, tonight they had chicken wings. So again, when we show up for dinner, they got the Lufthansa layover. Let me see if I can swipe through. I know it's kind of hard to see, but y'all will see the photos. They have all the dishes laid out in your little tray here. You get your silverware and your plate and bowl. And look at this sign. Can you see that? We know it was a bad day. Enjoy the meal we prepared. Be kind. So this is at the dinner service at the hotel. So they know people are coming in tired and cranky and hangry. So they put that sign up. Um, oh, am I going the wrong way? Okay. So they have like little dessert, what are these called? Like granola bar type things. And it's hard to see. Okay. So if y'all can see here, I just zoomed in. So if you want a chocolate bar, if you're a regular paying guest, then it would be €3. But if you're a Lufthansa layover person, then you get one. So they had signs up like that. So we had tomato soup tonight. So we had pretty good tomato soup, some bread and butter, some more signs. What do these? What do they say? Oh, today we will be serving 230 people. Be patient, be conscious. We will be doing our best. So yeah, just little things here. Only for Lufthansa layovers. So they really have catered to us, I have to say. Let me just swipe through and see what else. They had chicken wings. They were pretty tasty. So they had a big old tray of chicken wings and rice, and this was my meal. So yeah, that was dinner. Then I came into live stream for you all to struggle stream. Any other questions? Let's see if I missed anything. But yeah, you guys. So the plan is, like I said, it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna shower, try and get a good night's sleep, put on my grocery store pajamas, hoping they fit. So it is Monday night here in Frankfurt. I don't have anything to pack because I don't have luggage. I'll be leaving with the same backpack that I arrived with, but I did buy, like some clothes, may have to hand wash some stuff in the sink and let it air dry overnight. Tomorrow we are going to go down for breakfast around 7 a.m. And then we're going to leave around 7:30 a.m. with all of the travel stuff that's happening. They want us to be in the airport 4 hours early. So it's like our flight is 1 p.m. So they want us there, what, like 9 a.m.? So fingers crossed we get there. We've checked in online. We don't have any bags to check. We were told that our bags would not travel without us. So when they canceled the flight, they pulled all of our luggage off of the plane. When we were coming to this hotel after being in line for 4 hours, we did ask about our luggage, and they said if you want to go down and wait in the luggage line and show your baggage tag, they will give you your luggage, but it would be another long line. This was after 4 hours waiting to get rebooking details and 2 hours on the plane. We were exhausted. So we left everything there, and they said that our baggage would travel with us. So when we leave tomorrow, they'll reload our luggage. So funny. A. Jackson says, "This is the best struggle stream you've ever seen." Thank you. I think help me understand what's good about it because I'm kind of nervous now. Um, but yeah, I know, like struggling, right? Struggling in this Marriott hotel with free meals. I know. Definitely grateful because y'all have probably all seen people sleeping in the airport. You know, I'm stuck with a kid in the Marriott, but we are all healthy and safe. We're with our group. So we'll go to the airport at 9. Hopefully, get to the gate, make it through security, no issues, no bags to check, and we'll sit there and our flight is showing on time. So fingers crossed we will board. It will actually take off. Y'all know I'll be updating you. So whether you're following me on Facebook or Instagram or my community tab, please make sure you're subscribed so you'll get the updates. We will have a 10-hour flight from Frankfurt, Germany to Denver, Colorado. That was the first thing available. So I actually have to pass Atlanta, so fly all the way across the Atlantic Ocean and then 3/4 of the way across the US to get to Denver. So I'll be in the air for 10 hours tomorrow and then change in Denver to come back east 2 more hours to get to Atlanta. But if everything works out, we'll get home tomorrow night. A. Jackson says it's clear and we have free room and the struggle stream is clear. Oh good, you got on before it started skipping or after it stopped skipping. But thank you. No buffering and one piece of internet. Okay, Jackson, I'll have one more piece for you. So I'm curious. You cannot have any. Nobody perks up over here until it's time for chocolate. So you guys put in the chat. I want to know who are my dark chocolate lovers and who are my milk chocolate lovers. So either put dark or milk in the chat. I want to know what my scholars like. And I'm going to take one more bite. It's like the dark chocolate is so bitter and almost like, why am I eating this? But it's so good. But I want more. But I'd rather have sweet. And y'all can see here, like the milk has the almond, the honeycomb, and milk. And the dark has the almond, the honeycomb, and just chocolate. 72%. So the dark is 72%, what is that, cocoa? I don't know what percent milk chocolate is. Both are really good. So Tracy, you recommended this on the first stream. I found the Frey, and y'all can get this on Amazon, but this is a Swiss brand. Sorry, I need to wrap it up. Erin Laura says, you like milk chocolate? You turn a fussy toddler around bitter foods. Sherry likes milk chocolate, and Jackson likes milk chocolate. Okay. Wilbur, I see you. I think we need to end on this. Wilbur, do I need to send you the bill for the what is it called? Air flight or airborne internet? You know how you have to pay for internet once you get up in the air? What do you all think the bill would be for 10 hours of internet service. How much should I charge, Wilbur? And Wilbur, this is what you're going to see. Switzerland knows about chocolate. You're right. Sorry, I'm over here. A lot of sweet tooths on this sugar-free channel. I know, y'all. It's hard for me. Usually I'm sugar-free, but y'all, I love sweets and I love bread. I have had a croissant every day, and my ankles show it. A little bit of swelling going on, but I'm gonna get it back, y'all. I'm gonna get it back. Yeah. Jackson says, Wilbert, that'll cost you $750 for me to stream. Who can you imagine a 10-hour live stream? Ain't no way in the world. Wilbert says, I shall not open the Wi-Fi. So you want me to stream? What in the world? You're gonna see announcements? You're gonna see this?
Yes.
You're gonna see me asleep. You're gonna see me fussing at him. Do you have something you want to say? You cannot have it. And on that note, oh man. Okay. All right, we're about to sign off, Alex.
I hope you guys enjoyed her stream. She's a really good mother. She also really enjoys.
That means you want something.
She really enjoys what she does with you all because it's like her outlet for creativity. So yeah, I don't want anything right now, but that's all I gotta say. So you all have a blessed day. Since it's probably around like 12.
No, it's like 1 o'clock at home.
Oh, 1 o'clock in Georgia. So y'all have a good day, and I'll see you all next time. Maybe when we're back in Georgia. So,
since you're the substitute taste tester, I gave you some milk chocolate, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, no.
So between the milk and the dark, which one do you like better?
Well, I like the milk chocolate because I prefer it over dark chocolate usually all the time. The only time I would actually like dark chocolate is if it's like salted dark chocolate or something like that.
Dark chocolate with flaky sea salt.
Yeah, okay. That's the only time I'd probably eat it, or if it's like melted and you dip something in it.
Ooh, are you having a good time in Germany, or what do you think?
Yes,
really?
I am.
What do you like about it?
Pretzels. Oh
yeah.
And everything is nice here.
Everything is nice here.
Yes.
And says the person with no job.
You're right, but don't have a job. That's the good part about it.
You're right, Jackson. I'm not a doctor, but yeah, they say dark chocolate is good for heart health. Okay, well, I'm going to need...
Sorry.
Really? All right, well, what is it now?
Nothing.
Don't touch my chocolate.
Wait, is this one open? You know look, you're supposed to unwrap it.
Alex. See that? Alex, thank you.
I'm gonna slam the bed. It's not.
No, we're done. All right, you guys. Well, mom mode is activated. So, oh, they wanted to know: do you like the sweet here? Since you don't like sweets that much.
Sweet tea.
Do you like the sweets here? Like
yes.
He says yes, but I think he likes everything that's new and free to him. But he did ask for a pretzel, so there was one pretzel left in the store when we went, and so I gave it to Alex. But if we have time tomorrow in the Frankfurt airport, if we get there and everything's... Jackson, when I tell you I am counting down the years, believe me. But yeah, this is trip number 4. Marcus went on 2 international trips, and Alex has been on 2. Next year, mom's going alone. So if anybody wants to go to Greece, let me know. Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, hopefully tomorrow in the airport, since I'm doing all the carbs here, it might be nice to try an actual pretzel, um, like a real Bavarian pretzel here in Germany before we leave out. What are you saying? Oh my God. He's 13. Can't wait. Yeah, they need to earn their keep because y'all, it's a lot. But I appreciate you guys so much. It is 9:30, so I'm going to go ahead and wind it up. I'm going to shower and get some rest.
What they say to me too bad.
What does it say?
Let me tell you a little story.
They don't want to hear your story.
Y'all want to hear my story?
Not really.
No, I'm not. I'm not asking you. I'm asking them.
Make it fast.
Y'all want to hear my story? I gotta see if they want to hear my story. No. Oh, Wilbur wants to hear my story. So, my story is, it all started in Costa Rica, where since they're really famous with their chocolate, and it was really good there. I don't know if she did a stream on that, but okay. Well, chocolate there was good. So basically, I wanted to try chocolate everywhere else, and it turns out things taste better than chocolate. Oh, oh, and so yeah, that's why I wanted to try this and eat everything. Yeah.
But you have. You've had the milk chocolate, you've had the dark
I
chocolate.
want to eat all the chocolate. I'm gonna eat the rest of this chocolate. Okay, have a great day. Okay.
It's just not the same. Yeah, that's my fault for taking him to Costa Rica. I have planted the seed of international travel with my children. Now it is their turn to water it and watch it grow. Or not. Yeah, agreed. I wish it were the chocolate, but it's just like everything is new and free here. So we're going to go ahead and sign off, y'all. Thank you all so much. Again, if you believe in prayer, thank you, Sherry, baby. I try. I really try. Sometimes I wonder why I do what I do, but because Lord knows I didn't have an international trip until I got a job and paid for it. I know, right? Exactly. What the heck? Erin says it'll be about trips to Mars by the time they're grown. I know. That's something that I really struggle with. It's like we work hard and we want to give our kids the world, but then you don't want to ruin them either. So I struggle with that, trying to find that balance. Space hotels, I know. He is hyper Wilbur. You already know. Y'all ask for the boys, and then you're like, why are they here? And I'm like, I tried to tell you. If you believe in prayer, pray for me to survive this. Pray for safe flights.
My mental well-being.
And, that everything is on time. And hopefully, the next time you guys see me live, it'll be in the kitchen. So, all right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off because I'm tired. And I want to get good rest because hopefully tomorrow is smooth sailings. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, I miss you. I'm trying to think. Tomorrow is a travel day, so I don't think I'll have a live stream going. I did record a couple of, you know, summary videos. Maybe I'll post them, but we'll see. Good night. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here.